Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 3, Thank You. So with this episode, we continue the journey with Rick and his crew. Last episode was kind of in between Episode 1, and this episode's kind of in between Episode 2. So as the events of Episode 2 are happening, the events of Rick's group is happening. So technically they're coinciding with each other at the same time. So, which is interesting. It's a different type of narrative form that they're using for The Walking Dead, which I really like. So with this group, our main people we have in this episode is Rick, Michonne, Glenn, and others. That's the best way to put it, is and others. Sasha and Abraham and Daryl, they kind of do their own thing in this episode. They're more very much on a side plot. They're not really in harm's way. Everyone else is kind of in harm's way. But yeah, this episode, let's just say it out. Just say it right now. Spoiler alert. Someone dies. He's been on the show since Season 1. And that is Glenn. Glenn dies. You know, a lot of people saw this coming because Glenn does die in the comic books. Not in the same way, but he does die. Also, I'm a little confused on this, and maybe you guys can help me on this. Seemed like Rick had damage in his hand. Did he get bit? I didn't see if he got bit or not. I was trying to look back if he did. He keeps looking at it, so I think something happened with his hand. So if you guys can explain that to me. If he got bit, he's going to have to cut off his hand, which also happens in the comics. But I want to know because I didn't quite see that. But let's start talking about Glenn. Let's just talk about that. Get it out of the way. What did I think about his death? Honestly, I liked it. I think it fit his character because he was always the character who cared. And you kind of see the difference. You see the parallel because Rick tells Glenn and Michonne, don't worry about the others. The only people that are important are you guys. You're my family. So Michonne, she goes off and tries to help this guy who got bit. And, you know, it's like, oh, don't worry, we're going to bring you home. But at the same time, it's about saving herself. So it's not like she pushes him down. It's like, bye. You know, she tries her hardest to help him, but she helps herself. Now, Glenn, he does the opposite. He could have ran. He could have ran off and not help Nicholas, this, again, throwaway character. But instead, he kind of, like, waits for him and, like, tries to help him. And that actually destroys Glenn. And this Nicholas character is very selfish, that he commits suicide, and the gun, I guess the gunpowder, it makes Glenn fall back. So he falls off of the trash can that's literally keeping them alive, and he dies because of it, because he tried to help somebody. And you learn in this world you really can't, and that's why Rick survives in the RV, or at least surviving, because we don't know if he'll survive next episode, which he's Rick, he probably will. But you see him having this horde of zombies, but there's these other people trying to take over the RV, but he's not. He's the type of character who's like, well, it's me or the highway, so I'm going to save myself. I don't really care about these people I don't know. The only people I care about is me and my family, and that's all I care about. And that's why he tells that to Glenn and Michonne. It's like, you keep yourself safe. I care about you guys, but these others I really don't care about. So they gotta die, they gotta die. So it was a really interesting episode, and once again, a really good episode of Walking Dead. So as you guys know, I'm more of a, I don't want to say casual fan of The Walking Dead, because I've been watching this show for a very long time, but I'm not a hardcore Walking Dead fan. I do see that there are mistakes in the show, and there are faults in the show, but this season has really impressed me. I thought it was a bit on the slower side with the premiere episode, but last episode was amazing, and that was because of Carol, and this episode was amazing also. And I don't say that about every episode where a character dies, because I think that is a fault of the show, where they do use big name characters to die, or really small name characters to die, just to make excitement happen in the show. But I honestly thought this had a point, and compared to the Beth death last season, where Beth dies and she really just did it for selfish reasons. She's just like, oh, I want to kill you, and she ends up dying for no reason, really, and I hated that death. But this made sense. It really showed personalities and what people do to survive, and that's really the point of the show. Now, I guess the thing I'm upset with, and I understand why they did it, is that we don't really get to see unfinished business with Glenn and Maggie, and we really haven't seen them interact in a really long time. Like, you'll see them talk to each other, but you haven't really seen them have a real scene together in a long time. And we haven't really seen Maggie do anything for a couple of seasons now, so I hope this progresses a Maggie storyline. That'd be really cool, especially now she really doesn't have anybody. She doesn't have her husband. She doesn't have her sister. So what's Maggie gonna do? Is this gonna propel her to become more of a monstrous character like Rick, or is it gonna propel her to be this suicidal character? It's like, oh, I don't want to live anymore if I don't have, you know, my family. So I think that's going to be an interesting arc to tell, and I hope they don't skim over it, because when Beth died, they kind of skimmed over Maggie's feelings. They didn't really give a whole plot to Maggie, and I think she deserves it after, again, so many people dying around her. So hopefully next episode we get to see that. But yeah, this was a really action-packed episode, and it wasn't action-packed for action-packed sake. It actually did have a story behind it, just like last episode, where I felt a lot of the action revolved around how Carol has developed as a character and how Morgan has developed as a character. And here you're seeing kind of what separates characters and different motives and different personalities. So I really enjoyed this episode a lot, and I hope that season 6 could continue on this really, really good streak, because I'm really enjoying this season so far. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Hopefully next week I'll have a review for The Walking Dead also. I'll let you guys know. And this is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.